Hello and welcome. Today's video, we're going to be talking about season 1 and everything you should be getting, the amazing stuff we already know, the questions we have about what's new and what's coming. We have a lot of evidence to back up some of the claims. I took a lot of time with the community to break it down, and we're going to give it to you right now. First and foremost, season 1 has tons and tons of stuff, from playable environments. It has brand new playable character, which is the Joker, of course. It has a ton, and I mean a ton, of good things for you guys to get excited about, and I'm going to break it all down right now. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the actual new season and discuss it in big time information as we go forward. First thing I want to talk about and kind of help you guys see is the weapons. Okay, we already know for a fact that this weapon right here is the Mad Hatter. How do we know that? Well, if you look very closely, somebody from my stream, as we were deciding what these weapons were, helped me understand what this was. It says in this style 10-6. That's something I read, but I didn't know what it meant actually. And it wasn't until my community told me Mad Hatter actually wears that on his hat. And as you can see right here, I got a Google quick picture of what he does. Super cool to actually get that officially. So Mad Hatter's weapons will be melee focused, and we basically theorized that it is a notorious weapon 100%. So that is pretty much almost solidified, because this is actually the current weapon for Shark. But I assume Mad Hatter won't just be for Shark. Every character will have their own variation of it, as long as it's a notorious weapon. That being said, another important weapon that might be notorious, or it can be an infamy set, is Scarecrow. And the reason why we know that is not only because of the actual Scarecrow face or the venom that's inside the weapon, but Scarecrow is a part of the episodes, which we'll get into in just a second. But we wanted to give you guys just a quick preview of that. And last but not least, as you can see right here, Two-Face's weapon. The reason we know that is because the statue here he has on his melee weapon that's already in the game. And then now you can see this will be his as well. The question we have about these two weapons is, which will they be infamy sets, or will they just be notorious weapons that will come to the game? That is a question that you can leave in the comments, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and how you're going from there. Of course, the simple things to talk about that we know for sure that are confirmed: the Riddler content. Who knows, it's going to be something new and different. There's been some very different Riddler stuff, and we don't know if they're going to add some of the new elements. I would love that. Some of the vehicle stuff. I remember multiple different Riddler type of setups. And last but not least, this one right here, when it comes to something that's confirmed: new activities and strongholds. This is simple, and we've seen this in a lot of games where these strongholds you got to take over. You can get good rewards if you complete it. So that's going to be very interesting, and you can see it is Joker themed from what this picture shows. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, and another confirmed thing is the new boss fights and enemy variants. Okay, we're going to get a lot of enemies infused with Green Lantern and Superman. This is very important because guess what? Brainiac as well will be another boss fight, because we're going to get 2 episodes, which I'm going to talk a lot about, and there's so much to discuss when it comes to this. But before we get started, I want to try and help you understand something that I've been trying to figure out myself, and I want to kind of share in this video and give you guys some thoughts. And this is where a little more theory comes into play, and hopefully you guys don't mind that. But right here in the chapters, okay, in the chapters, on chapter 7, there's one that's called Crisis Management, and this has to do with the incursions, with the mastery levels. It's very awesome. And what I was saying was that the new incursion, the new Elseworld, to be able to access it, you're going to come into the chapters and switch. My community, some of them agreed, some of them didn't. We don't know for sure if that's going to be how you swap when you're on the map, because currently we have all of the Bane set ones and in this Elseworld here, where Bane's in control when we go into that Elseworld. So that is a question more so than an answer, and I'm curious what you guys think. So as I was stating, right now, as we see this world, you can go into these incursions to these areas to fight off Brainiac, beat out the infused Bane characters. And then now the theory was, what is going to be the next Elseworld? And some people on my community from the streams, while we were breaking this down and while we're actually recording this, has theorized that this will be the Joker themed area, and it'll have his, stamp on it, which I thought was amazing. But I questioned, because the current Bane set is themed after him, because he's also the face of the world. So I was asking, will it be Joker gear set? Some people said yes. Some people said no. We don't know for sure what that would be, but we do have a couple of theories and conversations that we started when it comes to that, and we'll go right back into this lovely roadmap that the devs put out. The 2 episodes that are going to happen for this season are Two-Face and Scarecrow, and this is top tier stuff. They're really great villains. And the question that I have with these episodes is, are they going to be their own worlds, or are they just going to be something within the game that you can experience and go through? Regardless, we know that you're going to get gear and weapons themed after them, which is going to be exciting and fun stuff. Now, this is important to note that if this gear set, aka Infamy set, is themed after them, then we're going to see some really spectacular stuff. Again, knowing that those 2 are the main guys, I do assume that one of them will be the Infamy set that we will get. Okay, then that's where I'm going with that. And we don't know which one it is, but I don't mind either one. And I mean, if they can have one season with both becoming gear sets, that would be even better, giving us more variety, different play styles, different combinations, different builds, to be able to have fun and to go from there. And before we continue on with this breakdown on some of the season 1 stuff, I do want to get into some of the future content. As you can see right here, there's 4 seasons that are guaranteed, and there's a new playable character for each season. Then there's going to be new playable environments. I believe the new playable environments are these Elseworlds. All right, we got the Bane one, which was the end game for the mastery levels on this specific setup, but we also will get more, and I do believe they will be spectacular. And one of the main ones that I'm very interested in, been making a brand new build for Freeze, is this bad boy right here. Will we get Mr. Freeze or Frost? Which one will it be? The question is fun, interesting, and very different, but I'm super excited to explore all of that and go down the rabbit hole of what could be for this brand new season. Anything is possible, and I'm super excited. And last but not least, of course, we know Joker's a playable character, and you're going to be able to have some great stuff with him. And what I wanted to explore within the season, and something I've been talking about on my streams, is not only is Joker a playable character, but I want to go into the actual skill tree and talk about a few things. First of all, he's going to have his own skill tree, which makes perfect sense. Now, if you look at the squad skills, imagine if you get another 30 points just for leveling him up, and it opens up a brand new skill tree that goes right under here that adds extra elements to the team as a whole. So at the moment it's 120, but what if that continues to open up and goes to 150, and then it gives you all new things that you can add in to your play style, which would be dynamic and special and change things drastically. This could be a very fun feature that I think would be awesome as well. So let me know what y'all feeling, what y'all thinking about that. Again, it's all theory, it's all thoughts on what you think might be coming, but it is a fun conversation to kind of explore some of these ideas, share some thoughts on what it all could be. And it's very interesting. And we can look at some of the footage from the season while I end this here and give you some general thoughts and feedback on that. Personally, I do think the season's going to be a fun time because you get to craft new gear, you get to play a new character, unlock his new abilities, and you get all the new weapons that you can combine to your already awesome builds that you love and new builds that you can create. And then you're able to have the rest of the content, whether it's the new environment that's playable, whether it's strongholds and activities, whether it's the 2 episodes with the villains. There's a lot of stuff there. And then the boss variants, that'll be interesting to see what comes and how that works. So feel free to share what you think is going to happen for season 1. This is kind of just a recap, giving you some of my thoughts and opinions and feelings on what's coming. Super exciting times. Hope y'all enjoy. Hey, I'll see you on the next one. Go ahead and watch that next video popping up. Appreciate you.